There are fewer soldiers stationed at the garrison than usual. They must have gotten deployed to Mosgul.
Doc, Cole, everyone please be safe.
Now you'll learn!
Mess with my friends, will you?
You just crossed the wrong line! Rising Wyvern! Swirl Blade! I won't show you any mercy! You got it! You're mine! No! Can't end here!
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss! Resuscitation!
Not done
Mega
yet!
Ray!
Swirl Blade!
Hey, hang in there. Hey! Damn it! Too late.
Stop. Please, don't hurt the children.
What's that? Damn it, I can't reach them in time!
Get back, Cole.
Doc! Cole! Stop!
Not if I can help it!
Mega Ray!
Swirl Blade!
Gemini Aqua!
Black! It's over! Go to hell!
They really don't give up, do they?
It's over! Here I come! It's on!
By the power of water!
You're mine! I'm not done! Eat dirt!
Are you all right? What about the others? Are those bastards still here?
Iron Mask, take it easy. It's all right now. Most were able to escape, and we've survived. Honestly, we got off lucky. It's often worse when...
Lucky? You call people getting slaughtered like this lucky?
This is how things go when you're a Dahnan slave. You're dead if you stand up to them. Keep your head down and do as you're told. At least then you have a chance to survive. You only have one life. That's why...
I should wait for the right moment?
Yes.
So someone else dies instead while we live another day. Is that what you're willing to risk everything on the chance that things will get better if we wait long enough? But what's the point of waiting if others have to die so that we can live?
What do you think happens when someone tries to resist? It'd be one thing if the rebel died, and that was that. You've seen it for yourself. Everyone suffers for it. Knowing that, are you really going to tell me our waiting has no meaning?
But that's... I understand not wanting to throw away the same lives we're trying to protect. That would be senseless. But if you wait too long, if you get too used to waiting, then eventually you lose the will to fight. I've already met the Crimson Crows. People who risk their lives to fight the Renan's rule. People who know they might not live to see us win, but fight anyway to give those who come after a better chance. If my life is at risk either way, then I'd rather spend it fighting.
So you've decided to take up the sword.
Yes, but not just any sword. It's a sword that only I can wield, but one that's also too powerful to use on my own. I doubt those who fought the Renans in the past ever had something like this on their side. That's why I'm willing to bet everything I have on this sword. I know it might mean more people end up in danger, but...
Okay. If that's how you feel, then forget what I said. It's clear your time has come, Iron Mask. Currently, you and that sword are the only things capable of driving the Renans back. It's because of you that we're still alive right now. If there's a way through this for all of us, then I'll put my trust in you to find it.
Doc, thank you.
Now, remember what you said, and don't ever abandon that conviction of yours, all right?
Right. I won't.
You've grown so much since we first met, and you've met some good people, too. Maybe you have a chance after all.
You're back. Hurry on in. We've been waiting for you.
You're not gonna ask what happened?
I can tell enough by the way you look right now.
I see. Zephyr, I need to ask you something. Would you have invited me to join you, even if I didn't have the blazing sword?
Of course.
Why, though?
There aren't many folks out there who are crazy enough to resist the Renans like we do. So when I find someone with the knack for it, I make sure to keep them close. Plus, you remind me of another guy we lost. Maybe deep down, I'm trying to help you as a way of making amends for what I couldn't do for him. But if you don't want this, just say the word.
I'm not going anywhere. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't even be here.
If you say so. All right, come on in.
Thanks.
Yes.
What's wrong? Got it.
We've reached our destination.
All right, everyone. It's time.
I want to feel your hair like.
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
Hey.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Good, good.
Is this something you're into?
Yeah. These ingenious structures and gadgets never cease to amaze me. Chen. Yeah. These handle grooves.
I'm not sure... what... This should definitely keep you guys full.
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
I wonder if something happened.
All right, everyone. It's time. Remember, eyes on the prize. We're after Balseph, nothing else. Cut off the head, and the snake perishes. Hit them head on, however. And we won't make it through the castle gates, let alone reach Balseph himself. Luckily, we have an ace up our sleeve. We need to do everything in our power to make sure that ace reaches Balsef's jugular. To that end, I'll be splitting us up into separate forces.
You just said all of us hitting them head-on would be useless. Why would we divide ourselves up?
Because we're the decoys. We'll buy our ace in the hole the time they need to get in. We only need to cause enough of a ruckus around the castle to distract the enemy. That said, we need to look like the real deal, which is why I'll be tagging along too.
You too, Zephyr? So, who's going to take on Balsef?
The Iron Mask. I'm counting on you and Shion to make your way to wherever Balsef's hiding. Once there, you drive that flaming sword right through him.
You aren't seriously sending in just those two, are you? One of them's a Renin.
No one said the plan was perfect. By far, the biggest danger is the one you two will be facing. The fate of this quest rests entirely in your hands, which is why you get the final say. You want out, now's the time to say so.
And if we say no?
Then you say no. Just means we're back to square one, that's all.
And I go back to being a slave.
It's your life.
No, it isn't.
Ball's in your court, soldier. What do you say?
I want to fight.
But for what? What are you fighting for?
To free the Dahnans from the yoke of their abusive oppressors. To no longer die at the whim of another. To break the shackles of our enslavers. To live and taste freedom!
Now you're talking. I believe we have our ace in the hole, people. Hold on to that belief, and we just might break through that wall yet. And what about you?
I was born ready. Now can we get this show on the road?
There's a gate on your right once you leave here. Go through it and ride the elevator you'll find. I'll send ahead a few friendly faces to keep watch on your way. If you get into any trouble, look to them for support. We all clear? Good. May this battle herald the end of the Renin's bloody 3-century reign. To your battle stations, everyone!
I still can't believe this is happening. We're really about to face off against a Renin Lord.
Well, you're in pretty high spirits for a guy going into a life-and-death battle.
I'm not saying I'm not worried. But you have to remember, this is the first time any of us Dahnans have really had any hope. What about you? You scared at all?
I don't have time to be scared. This is only the first step in a long, long plan of mine.
You want to take down all 5 lords, right? It's hard to believe it'll ever happen.
But it will.
I know. I haven't forgotten our deal.
See that you don't. That said, if we lose, we might suffer a fate worse than death, you know.
That's probably true. But instead of worrying about it, wouldn't it be a better use of our time to figure out ways to avoid that and not lose?
I suppose.
Whatever happens, I'll put everything I have into winning. You can count on that. I wonder if something happened.
Balsef's castle should be just above us.
All right. And let's use that elevator thing. Zephyr and the Crimson Crows are supposed to be distracting the Renans from the front.
Then let's go around and sneak in elsewhere.
That's Zephyr from the Crimson Crows! Kill him!
I hope he's gonna be okay.
Is now really the time to be worrying about him? We've still got a job to do.
Gates of Fire sure look intimidating once you see them up close. We can't say this place is truly liberated until we do something about them.
What are you muttering about? Stay focused. We still have to take down Balsef. We should be getting close to the service entrance.
Good. Let's get in there and kick their asses.
Is this someone's idea of a bridge?
Looks like it. Don't fall, or this will be a pretty short story. It's already started. We need to hurry.
Hold on. You should take the blazing sword.
Are you sure?
Yeah. We don't know what might happen up ahead. It's better to have it and be ready than to be caught in a fight without it.
Flames.
I took the liberty of cutting the flow of energy from the Master Core. I may be giving you the sword, but you still need me to unleash its power. Try not to forget that.
this blazing sword can truly do!
They really don't give up, do they?
Now you'll learn!
Take this! It's over! Swallow blade!
By the power, where are you going?
Eat dirt!
Sighted! You're mine! Gemini Aqua! This one's mine! By the power of water!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Here I go! You're mine!
Burn! Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
By the
This
power
one's
of
all
water!
mine! Eat dirt!
Gemini Aqua! Take it! You're mine!
It's on!
By the power of water! Where are you going? Mega Ray! By the power of water!
Try this!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Gemini
Rising
Aqua!
Wyvern! Rising Wyvern!
It's over!
Mirage! Try this!
By the power of water!
Torrent! Ignite!
Gemini Aqua!
Swallow blade!
By the power of water!
It's on! You're finished! Burn!
Do it! It's over!
You're finished!
Gemini Aqua! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Amazing!
Hey!
Got it. We won. Wow.
Sure.
We can cross through now.
Good. We're pressed for time. I have a bad feeling about this.
Swallow blade! You're mine! You're finished! I won't show you any mercy!
Getting started!
It's on!
Here,
Swallow
let me
blade!
go.
Try this!
You're mine! By the power
You're
of water!
mine! Mirage!
Gemini Aqua!
You picked the wrong fight!
Here's a healing art!
Take this!
First aid!
You're finished! Rising Wyvern!
You're mine!
Swallow blade! And Mortal
Only
Torrent!
getting started! Gemini Aqua!
Take this! You're mine!
Gemini Aqua! I'm ready! Here's a healing art! First
I
aid!
know you are! I'm not done! Swallow blade!
Mega Ray! I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord? It's Balsef. If we don't hurry up and find him...
You're too close. Try to stay farther apart.
Oh, right. Sorry about that. Was I really that close?
I guess I'm just not used to standing right next to people.
You mean because of your thorns? You're a surprisingly nice person.
What?
You don't think so? I mean, you just made sure your thorns wouldn't...
You can keep your opinions to yourself. You don't know the first thing about me.
I'm not saying I know everything about you. Sheesh. No need to bite my head off.
You just can't take a hint, can you?
What? I'm sorry. You're right. I don't know what sorts of hardships you've been through. After all, what could I possibly know about pain?
I know you didn't mean anything bad by what you said. The throne room is up on the next floor. That's probably where we'll find Balsef. Hey.
What?
If there's something you want to say, just come out and say it.
Huh?
I hate when I feel like people are laughing at me on the inside. Especially someone like you where I can't read your expression.
What? Why would I laugh at you? What are you talking about?
My outfit. As soon as you saw me in those ruins, you wanted to say something, didn't you?
Oh, it's not that. It's just...
Just what?
Nothing.
You're a truly awful person. You know that?
An awful... Hey, you're the one jumping to conclusions about what I think. You're not one to talk.
Then prove me wrong and tell me what you were really thinking.
There wasn't anything mean about you, I promise.
I don't believe that for a second.
And it doesn't matter what the hell I tell you. You'll always doubt me. Looks like there's still some soldiers inside the castle.
It's still less than it would usually be. The diversion must be working.
Everyone.
No choice. Slack! Here I come!
By the
You're
power of water!
You're finished!
This one's mine! Who wants to die next?
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Barely a blip on our radar.
What's this thing?
That equipment should come in handy. Having second thoughts?
No, I was just thinking about the blazing sword. Whenever I hold it, I feel wrong somehow.
Is relying on a sword from a Renan Master Core that repulsive?
It's not about that. It's just... It's hard to explain. It's like the sword is almost too strong.
I don't know what's got you so worried, but in case you forgot, that sword is the only reason we have a fighting chance against a lord.
I know. You don't need to keep telling me.
Well, good. That said, the longer you use it, the more you get burned by it, too. We need to remember to patch you up quickly when that happens. A double-edged sword in every sense. Since you can't feel pain, you'll need to be careful, okay?
Are you actually worried about me?
Is that a problem? Look, I need you if I'm going to take out the lords, and I can't have you dying on me before that happens. That's my only concern. can definitely believe they're harvesting fire astral energy out here.
An opponent like this should be easy.
You got spirit!
Swallow Blade! Try this! Infernal Torrent!
Damn it,
Swallow Blade! I'm not done! Here I come! Take this! It's over! Try this! It's on!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
No
Here's the
choice!
healing arc! First aid!
Eat dirt!
Here I go! You're
Swallow
mine!
Blade! Take this! Your that buzzing is driving me mad! Take this! Swallow Blade! You got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it! Any injuries?
What's going on over there?
Are those armed soldiers ganging up on a kid?
They're attacking him! We have to save him!
You will kneel before our Lord!
We'll see about that! Where are you going?
Damn it, Satan!
Here I come!
Mega Ray! Gemini Aqua!
Swallow Blade!
It's over!
Are you okay? What were you even doing here?
Working, most likely. Dahnan's slaves that can't handle manual labor outdoors are put to work in the castles as servants. I'm surprised you didn't know.
The soldiers got really mad all of a sudden and everyone ran away. I was the only one that got caught.
And it's good that we found you, but it's still not safe here. You need to get out of here before any more soldiers find you. Understand?
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for saving me. Oh, here! You can have this!
Don't touch me.
I'm sorry. I only wanted to...
It's not your fault, kid. Don't sweat it. Can I take it instead?
Sure! It's the key to the elevator here. Will it help you guys at all?
Definitely. Thanks, kid. Now get going. And be careful on your way out. So, not too happy about a slave touching you, huh?
This isn't the time. We should keep moving. Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
This place looks damn near the same on the outside as it does on the inside. Nothing but fire and rocks. I figured a Renan castle would at least be a little more elegant. Instead, it seems this one was very dedicated to a theme.
Is that your idea of a joke? Don't lump the rest of us in with someone like Balseph.
Then why's his place look so grungy?
I guess you could say that's just the majority of what he's into. He likes fire and he likes rocks. He's an egotistical brute without a single shred of class. He even makes everyone call him by his stupid nickname, the Wild Beast. I feel sorry for everyone who's stuck having to work beneath him.
Huh. Interesting.
Why?
I used to think all Renans were like him. Terrible people obsessed with their own superiority, who are only out to make us miserable. But now, listening to you talk makes me realize that maybe there are some good ones too. Maybe there are a few of you that are different.
Listen, I don't know what kind of Renan you think I am, but I have no intention of getting friendly with you. We clear?
Crystal, believe me, I wasn't about to suggest we go hang out and have a drink after this, that's for sure.
Let's dispose of the trash.
I owe you one. Try this! Infernal Torrent! Here I come! You're finished!
Searing flame!
Take this!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion. Guess this thing needs a different key to activate. What the hell is that thing?
A spirit vessel. It's what the Renans use to harvest astral energy from Danans.
So that's where it all ends up, huh? Damn them.
Get lost!
You got spirit! I'm not done!
Insects should stay on the ground.
Now you'll learn!
Here, let me help.
It got flyers!
I got it! Let a monster handle it!
It's over! All yours! Swallow blade! Infernal Torrent!
Back into the fray!
You're mine! You're finished!
This is it!
Swallow blade! Slash!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! This is it!
Swallow blade!
I'm all
Slash!
stuffed up!
You're mine! This
By
one's
the
all
power
mine!
of water! Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
I'd steer clear of that Zoogle if I were you.
Damn. That weak, huh? Hey, about that elevator.
Yeah.
An opponent like this should be easy.
You got spirit!
Swallow blade! Infernal Torrent! Take this!
Do
You're
it!
finished!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Barely a blip on our radar.
This area seems different.
We're getting close. Balsif should be right up ahead.
That's what I figured. Time to introduce ourselves.
Don't move, Balsef!
So the vermin scum you call kin stirred up enough trouble for you two rats to make it all the way to me, huh? What a pain in the ass. Although, it was pretty impressive of you to deliver it straight into my hands. The Master Core.
You really think we're here to hand it over?
Why, of course not. You see, I'll be taking it back no matter what you say. In any case, this is the end for you. You won't be getting out of here alive. The two of you were fools for coming here. Now die! A common thief believes she can usurp me? Don't make me laugh!
You can keep your accursed crown!
We're here to overthrow you and free the dead.
Spare me your weeping, slave!
Here's a healing art!
Swallow blade! Infernal turret!
Searing flame!
He's like a brick wall.
But he's wide open when he's in the air. I'll shoot him out of the sky.
Make sure you don't miss.
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Here's a healing art! Here, let me help. First aid! Searing flame! Reload! Take it! It's over! Watch it! Weak.
This should do it!
Take it! You're mine! By the power of water!
Swallow blade! Try this! Sion, now!
Think again!
We did it!
Just give it up, Balsef! Searing flame!
I'm not done!
I'm out of ammo! Back into the fray!
Here I come!
Gemini
It's
Aqua!
on! Try this!
Here,
Eat
let me
this!
help!
Swallow
First
blade!
aid!
Infernal turret! Slash!
Searing
Swallow
flame!
blade!
Reload!
Slash!
Magna ray!
Swallow blade!
Gemini
You're
Aqua!
mine!
By the power of water! Gemini Aqua! Here, let me help!
Slash! Swallow blade! Can't move!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
I'm not done yet!
Searing flame!
Swallow blade!
Won't beat me!
You're mine! Take this!
By the power of water!
Take
Here, let me help!
Take this! No!
First aid!
Can't end here!
Here I go! You're mine! This one's mine! By the power of water! This one's mine! Searing flame! Reload!
Take this!
There! One more! Magna ray! By the power of water!
There! Slash! Swallow blade! Infernal turret! yourself finished!
Alphen. 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 Iron Map! Falstaff's escaping. Come on!
Running from a slave, Balsif?
Know your place, insolent boy. Up here, I've got more than enough space to crush you. This time your mask won't be the only thing that cracks.
That is enough!
What the hell is that?
It's manifested astral energy. And not only that, it's alive!
Astral energy? From the spirit vessel? But wait, that was harvested for me! And that energy is supposed to be mine! It was the two of you! I knew it all along! And you'll pay! Meddling slave! Look what you did!
Without your spirit vessel, or your master core, you're nothing!
Shion, watch out! Infernal turret!
That thing's huge!
Don't let it trap you in its flames!
Let the marksman handle this!
Here I come!
Stupid imp!
Try harder! You're mine!
Help this!
You're finished!
Mega Ray! Gemini
You're
Aqua!
mine!
That monster's attacking! Look out!
Mega Ray! By the power of water! Here I go! Over!
No escape! This one's all mine! Eat dirt!
I never miss!
You're
Here's a
mine!
healing arc!
It's over!
I can't heal you forever! Searing
Here I
Flame!
come!
Reload! Searing Flame! Reload!
Infernal turret!
I'm out of ammo! I'm all stocked up!
Here I come! It's over!
Searing Flame! Reload!
Slash! Take this! You're finished!
Mega Ray!
Slash!
By the power
Try
of
this!
water!
Infernal
Stop
turret!
trying to
That
resist.
fire monster's getting ready to attack! It's over!
Reload!
I'm out of ammo!
Is this it?
Can't be happening!
The crown contest is as good as mine! Meddling slave! Look what you did!
Without your spirit vessel, or your master core, you're nothing!
Shion, watch out!
Here
Try
I go!
this! Infernal turret!
By the power of
It's
water!
huge!
Don't let it trap you in its flames!
Here I come!
Searing Flame!
Let the marksman handle this!
It's over!
First
I
aid!
owe you one!
I'm all
Here I
stocked up!
come!
Mega
You're
Ray!
finished!
By the power of water!
I never miss! That monster's attacking! Look out!
By the power of water!
You may be strong, but I'll never back
Healing
down!
arc. I can't heal you forever!
It's on!
Stop trying to resist!
Help this! Mega Ray!
Out of my way!
You're mine! You're finished! Burn!
Fight! You're mine!
Here I come!
By the power
It's
of
over!
water!
You're mine! It's over!
Searing
Out
Flame!
of my way!
Over?
Searing Flame! Reload!
I'm out of ammo!
Back into the fray! Mega Ray! Gemini Aqua!
That fire monster's getting ready to attack!
Out of my way!
This should do it! Slash!
Gemini
Swallow blade! You're mine!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Where are you going?
Here I come!
That fire monster's causing us a lot of trouble!
Let me take a crack at it!
Ready?
Here it comes! Down you go!
You really don't mess around!
Now, while he's down! Ignite!
Gemini Aqua! By the power of
You're mine! You're finished! I
Ready to
can't
go!
move!
I'm out! Watch and weep! Searing flame! Reload! A new lease
Out
on
of
life!
my way!
I'm out of ammo! I'm all stopped up! Searing flame! Searing flame! Watch and ready to go!
Out of my
Let
way!
the marksman handle this! This one's mine! Magna Ray! There! Magna Ray! By the power of water!
Won't beat me!
Take it! It's over!
You're in trouble now! You failed!
Searing flame! Watch out! We need to stop him! I'm out! I'm all stopped up! By the power of water! Searing flame! Reload! Take it! It's over! Searing flame! Reload! I'm out of ammo! Back into the fray!
Burn, 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 burn! Burn it all to the ground! Die!
Yes! Magna Ray! Gemini Aqua! Pathetic!
The crown contest is... Med... Flame! Look what you did!
Without your spirit vessel, or your master core, you're nothing!
Shion, watch out!
Take it out! Huge!
Don't let it trap you in its flames! Take primed and ready! I never miss! Ugh. I'm only getting...
Stop trying to resist!
Magna Ray! That monster's attacking! Look out! You're mine!
Infernal Torrent!
Gemini Aqua! By the power of water!
You're finished!
Stop trying to
Searing
resist!
flame! Reload! Magna
Out of
Ray!
my way!
Gemini Aqua!
You're mine!
Here, let me help.
Any more of this and I'll burn out!
There!
Take this!
Again! Searing flame!
It's over!
Back into the fray! Gemini Aqua!
Try harder! You're mine!
A new
It's
lease
over.
on life!
That fire monster's getting ready to attack!
Magna Ray! Watch and weep! I never miss!
Out of my way!
Power of water!
Here I come! It's
Stop trying to
on!
resist!
Ignite!
That fire monster's causing us a lot of trouble!
Let me take a crack at it!
Damn
Ready?
slave!
Here it comes! Down you go!
You really don't mess around!
Now, while he's down!
Searing flame! Reload! I'm out of ammo! I'm all stopped up! Magna Ray!
You picked the wrong fight!
You wretches won't beat me!
You're mine!
You're
You're
mine!
finished!
Here I go. It's over. By the power of water.
There!
The marksman handled this. This one's mine. Searing flame. Reload.
Swallow blade!
Searing
Here I come!
flame. Reload. I'm out of ammo. I'm all stocked up.
You're mine! It's over!
By the power of
You're in trouble now. You failed.
Now what?
Watch out! We need to stop him! Mega Ray! Back into the
Swallow blade! Infernal torrent! Here I come! You're finished!
Mega Ray!
Okay! Swallow blade! Infernal torrent!
Mega Ray! Gemini Aqua!
Swallow blade!
Burn, 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 burn! Burn it all to the ground! Die!
I was overconfident.
Stay away from my friend!
Med Slave! Look what you did!
Without your spirit vessel or your master core, you're nothing.
Shion, watch out!
By the power of water! Gemini Aqua!
That thing's huge!
Don't let it trap you in its flames!
Swallow
Mega
blade!
Ray! By the power of water!
Slash!
This one's mine!
Slash!
Mega Ray! Where are you going?
Stupid and
Here's a healing
Too
arc!
much!
Hey, that monster's attacking! Look out! I'm out of ammo! Watch it!
It's on!
Here's a healing arc!
Can't move!
I can't heal you forever! Searing flame! Reload!
I'm not
Searing
done yet!
flame! Reload! I'm out of ammo! I'm all stocked up! Take it!
Can't move!
Start! Gemini Aqua!
out of my way!
By the
Stop
power
trying
of
to
water!
resist!
Gemini! Aqua! Here I go! You're mine! Searing flame! Reload! Take it!
That fire monster's getting ready to attack!
By the power of water! Pathetic!
Out of my way! The crown contest is at... Med Slave! Look what you did!
Without your spirit vessel or your master core, you're nothing!
Shion, watch out!
Reload!
That thing's huge!
Don't let it trap you in its flames!
The crown contest is at... Med Slave! Look what you did!
Without your spirit vessel or your master core, you're nothing!
Shion, watch out!
Gemini Aqua!
Infernal torrent! Try harder!
By the power of
That
water!
thing's huge!
Don't let it trap you in its flames!
Thanks! Take this! Try harder!
Mega Ray!
Damn
Let the
slave!
marksman handle this!
Stupid impediment!
Where are you going? Here, let me help. First aid! That monster's attacking! Look out! Reload! I'm out of
Try
ammo.
harder!
I'm all stuffed up! Mega Ray! Gemini
It's
Aqua!
on! You picked the wrong fight!
Here I go! You're mine!
Here I come!
By the
Out of
power
my
of
way! Stop trying to
Ready to go! One more! Mega Ray!
There!
Gemini Aqua! By the power of
That
water!
fire monster's getting ready to attack!
out of my
Mega
way!
Ray! Where are you going? By the power of water! Searing flame!
Here I come!
That fire monster's causing us a lot of trouble!
Let me take a crack at it!
Ready?
Stupid and
Try harder! Ignite!
You won't beat me!
One more! Mega
This should do it!
Gemini Ultra!
You're mine! You're
Searing
finished!
Flame! Reload!
You're mine!
Gemini Ultra!
You're finished! You're mine! You're finished!
Mega
Take this! This isn't looking good! This should do it!
By the power of water! Gemini Ultra! I'm ready! Fight it! You're mine!
It's over!
I never miss!
Here I come!
There! And
You're
again!
finished!
Searing Flame! Reload!
You're mine!
Back into the fray!
Take this! You're finished!
You're in trouble now! You
Searing!
failed!
Watch out! We need to stop him! By the power of water!
Slash!
Infernal Torrent! Searing Flame! Reload! I'm out of ammo! I'm all stocked up!
I'm not
Searing
done!
Flame! Reload! Here I go! I'm
It's
only
over.
getting started!
Burn, 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 burn! Burn it all to the ground! Die!
Try harder!
His power's unbelievable!
You're finished! You okay, Sion?
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
But why? Do you not possess the blood of a Renan? Why then would you turn against your own kind? It's always been the way of the Renan for the strongest to survive! And yet, you have allied yourself with a filthy Danon! You traitor! Tell me why? Why bring ruin and devastation to your own kind? Snakes like you should die!
A monster made up of astral energy? How do we even...
If this sword is made of astral energy as well, maybe... Zephyr was right. We did it. We brought down the wall.
Iron Mask, your face is exposed.
No.
name? Alphen. My name is... Alphen! I want to feel your hand right now. You are the place, my only home. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall with me over and over again. Well, I'm badly breathing and breathing to that ground, but each and every time we all stand up. Stop like to yourself and be true to yourself, and that might be we forget exist destiny. So let's tell me now. You will feel love, but not like by your side. Yeah, just like the flowers that bloom and fall to be over and over again. Keep the flame alive. I want to feel your hand right now. You are the place, my only home. I know, I know, I know. Yeah, we can one day whisper like flowers in the sky. No matter where I'm by your side. I know, I know, I know. You and I fly the souls that we're together. Can't feel my heartbeat, so take my hand to new tomorrow. The heart that can let it be, you give me strength and give me pain. To dark the darkness, let's forget all in love. Sparks just like Hibana. Come, light up like Hibana.
Flames. I see. Flames. My name is Alphen. Where am I? What happened? The rage surging within me, fueling the sword. Where did it come from? This twisting fear that clings to me, holding me in check. The melancholic voice calling out to me. Who am I? Who was I? This is...
Wakey, wakey, sunshine. About time, too.
a week? You mean that whole time I was...
Out cold? Yeah. Just as well, too. When you blacked out, you were on your way to becoming a pile of ash. Shion's the reason you're still here.
Shion? You healed me?
In case you'd forgotten, we've still got 4 lords to defeat. You dying would have only slowed things down.
What about Balsef's troops?
We've got them on the ropes. While you've been getting your beauty sleep, most of the remaining Renans have either surrendered or fled. You slaying Balsef was the catalyst we'd been waiting for. Thanks to you, Galagly is finally free. You have my gratitude. We couldn't have done it without you.
I just did what anyone would have done.
Iron Man... Forgive me. Alphen. It's good to finally see who I'm speaking to. Half of him, anyway. So, feel like telling us who you used to be?
I wish I could.
Memory's still giving you grief, eh? I see. Still, no sense in beating yourself up. You've remembered your name. The rest will come in time.
So, what happens now?
No, just everything. The realm may be liberated, but we're still destitute. You name it, anything and everything starts from scratch. But enough of that. You've just woken up. You should get a sense of the scale of what you've accomplished. Head over to the Gates of Fire and take a look at the view. It's a sight too many Dahnans died only ever seeing in their dreams.
The Gates of Fire.
I'll be your chaperone. Last thing we need is you tripping on a pebble and missing another week.
Remind me to laugh next time.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs our help. I wonder if something happened. You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
This is...
Yeah.
Hmm?
What?
Shion. Why do you keep people at arm's length? You're always trying to wave it off whenever someone's nice to you. Like with Tilsa just now. Why couldn't you just accept her gratitude?
Our interests just happen to overlap. I don't want people thinking I'm doing things to be nice when in reality they benefit both of us. All I care about is that we hurry up and defeat the Lords.
See, that's what I mean. You want to defeat the Lords. I may have been skeptical at first, but now I really believe you meant it. Yet despite that, you still took the time to help out those injured Dahnans, didn't you?
I did it because it was necessary and I got roped into helping out.
Is that the same reason you helped that kid in Balsev's castle? Because it sure didn't look that way to me. You've helped me too. Not just with my injuries, but by being there for me as well. Even though I can't feel pain, the injuries I get from using the blazing sword could probably kill me. That thought alone should be terrifying. But I know you'll always be there by my side, ready to heal me. It's because of you that I can wield the blazing sword.
Don't just close in on me like that! If you get any closer, you're going to set off my thorns, you know.
I was just trying to compliment you.
You were? What now?
Shion, your thorns! It's okay. I'll stop talking about it.
You will?
In any case, I'm just glad that you're the one who ended up with the Master Core. Thank you, Shion, for everything. Now let's go check out those gates of fire.
Really? I swear. You're bad for the heart.
Okay, off we go. I don't see any soldiers or their pet Zeugles. Just strays roaming around.
They must have split once Balsev kicked the bucket. And they had nobody left to obey.
That monster that appeared from the spirit vessel, and the power inside the blazing sword, they're both born of the same thing. It's all astral energy harvested from the souls of dying Danans.
I suppose so.
And it was the Danans who gave their lives for today. Their power, after all this time, is what finally destroyed Balsif and his wall. By the way, what happened to all the energy that we released?
It's dispersing and spreading across Dana as we speak, finding its way back to where it belongs.
And all the energy the Renans have harvested? Where does that go? Once Sovereign's decided, I mean. I'd wager they don't give it back, right? What? Can't tell the Danan that? Or about why you want to kill all the lords?
Oh, like you don't have anything to hide? The Blazing Sword. It's powered by the burning astral energy of the Master Core I possess. So why don't you explain how it manifested into the shape of that beast, hmm? Just how did you manage that?
How am I supposed to know? My memory's a complete blank, remember? Fine, be that way. It's not like we ever trusted each other any... She's still not awake?
Not yet. Her injuries aren't serious, but she's severely weakened. Must have been quite a fight.
There's nothing we can give her?
If only. What with the beatings we've taken lately, we're barely getting by on the little provisions we have as it is.
That bad, huh? If there are no supplies here, then... That's it. We need Doc.
Doc? The same Doc that took care of you?
Yeah, he's back in Mosgul. If anyone can help us, it's him.
In that case, would you mind asking for us? I'd go myself, but I'm tied up here for now.
Not a problem. Leave it to me. You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing. I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs our help.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our head.
I wonder if something happened.
We've reached our destination.
It's so quiet. From now on, no one is going to be whipped or killed here ever again. Hey there, Doc.
Who are you?
It's me, Iron Mask. Though these days I go by Alphen. I finally remembered...
Alphen? I heard that was the guy who brought down Balseph. Wait. You're telling me...
I told you, I'm Alphen now. And I didn't overthrow Balseph alone.
Even so, that's no small feat you've accomplished. And you managed to get your face back, too. That woman with you, the Renin?
You know about her?
Only what I've heard from rumors. I wasn't sure I believed it. But now it...
Doc, she...
Thank you.
You sure you should be saying that to a Renin?
I'm not saying it to any old Renin. I'm saying it to you, young lady.
I only helped because it was in my interests as well.
Of course, I would imagine as much. But that doesn't change the end result. The two of you defeated Balseph, and now all of us are free. That is a fact.
Thanks, Doc.
I should be the one thanking you. I'll never be able to repay what you two have done. Anyway, I'm guessing you didn't come here just to catch up.
Right. We need your advice. We found a girl who's collapsed from exhaustion, and she needs medicine. Do you know anything that could help?
If she's that weak, she may need a nutritional boost. Oh! Have you tried searching Kirt Garrison?
No. We passed it on our way here, but...
With all the Renin soldiers gone, that place should be empty now. If we're lucky, maybe they left something you can use.
Good idea. We'll take a look. Kirt Garrison. If I'm not mistaken, that's located off to the side of the railroad tracks.
Wherever it is, just make it quick. You look happy.
Do I? I guess I am. Getting thanked for everything by someone I actually know? It made it really hit home that we made a difference.
That guy's a strange one, though.
Doc? I don't think he's that odd.
He is, though. He thanked me, a Renan, for helping, despite everything my people have put him through over the years. He's free now. He doesn't have to act nice around my kind.
He's not acting. He means it. And like he said before, he was thanking you as an individual, Shion, not just some Renan.
That's what makes it so strange.
Would you have preferred he yelled and threw rocks at you?
I'm not saying that. It's just hard for me to understand him.
Okay, off we go.
Way.
This one's all mine!
Searing flame!
Come and face me!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike!
Here I come!
Who wants to die next? If it's in the sky, it's
Here I
mine!
come!
I never miss!
It's over!
Searing
You're mine!
flame!
Swallow Blade! Try this!
And now what an
Infernal Torrent! You're finished!
by the power of water!
Looks like it could be worth something.
What's this thing?
Forgive you!
Here I come!
Searing flame!
It's over!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning
Infernal
strike!
Torrent! No escape!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. Looks like this place opens out into the ocean.
The water's so much cleaner than what's on the surface. I even see fish swimming around.
Yeah, and boy, do they look delicious.
What?
Never mind.
and let loose.
Got you! It's over! Searing flame!
Infernal! We're in good form! Right, here goes! You're mine!
Mega ray!
It's over!
Dynamite!
Infernal Torrent! Take this!
Searing flame!
It's over!
Reload!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Think this is it?
How would I know?
It matches the description we were given, at least. No use standing around here hemming and hawing. Let's take it back and see.
I hope you're right. There's no way I'm coming all the way back here.
Just to be safe, I think before we head back to Ulzebek, we should maybe have
That blazing sword's turned out to be even stronger than I expected. With that much sheer power, elemental types are hardly a concern anymore. You can bring practically any foe down to their knees in a flash.
Don't count on me being able to pull off another Gates of Fire. That only happened because I had the help of that spirit vessel monster, too.
Still, you did defeat Balseph with it, which means it can also take down the other lords. That's enough for me. Besides, if it was any stronger, your body wouldn't be able to handle it. Have you forgotten what happened after we finished off Balseph?
No. But aren't you scared of having that much power inside of you? Even a little?
Why would I be? Power provides opportunity. You don't expect me to simply throw it away, do you?
No, I get it. It's a good ace to have up our sleeve, that's for sure. I'll make the most of it. Well, as much as I can without becoming charcoal. What are those things I sometimes see you chuck out in the middle of fights?
What? You mean my bombs?
Bombs? As in the things people use to clear out rocks? But I could have sworn I saw something other than fire burst from some of yours.
That's because these aren't ordinary bombs. They're specially made ones filled with astral energy.
Okay. And why do you shoot the bombs after you release them?
It's a part of my strategy. The effects of my bombs change when I fire bullets of a different astral element at them. It makes it difficult for enemies to predict what effect they'll have, or when they'll go off.
One moment you're using powerful bombs, the next you're using powerful healing arts. They're kinda on the opposite ends of the spectrum, aren't they?
Think of it this way. If you ever get caught up in the blast of one of my bombs and you manage not to die, I'll be able to heal you using my arts.
I'll do my best to not die, then. I wonder what that girl's deal is. Never imagined anyone would ever come from outside the walls of Calaglia.
It's really not that big of a deal. There are more realms out there than just Calaglia, you know.
Maybe it sounds normal to you, but I've been behind those walls for as long as I can remember. Of course I knew there was more out there, but it sure didn't feel like it when unscalable walls are trapping you in.
I hate to burst your bubble, but the rest of Dana isn't much better. The world's full of lords who are just as bad as Balseph.
I know. That girl must have had her reasons for coming over to our territory. Even so, it's nice to see there really is life beyond the walls of Calaglia. It might not mean much to you, That's reason enough for me to be happy.
Did you find anything useful?
We think this might work, but we wanted you to take a look at it first.
Let's see. Ah, this stuff. Yes, this'll work. I'd hurry over and give it to the girl right away.
Right, then we'll do that now.
Say, Iron Mask. No, sorry. It's Alphen now, right? Are you and that young woman planning to stick together moving forward?
Yeah, I think so.
I see. You know, I think things just might be starting to change.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure of that myself, but I feel like after being stalled for a long time, the gears of progress are fine. I imagine people are going to have things to say about the two of you. But you simply keep doing what you feel is right. If you ever get tired and need to rest, feel free to come back here. Until then, take care of yourself.
Thanks, Doc. Okay. Off we go.
I'll take you all on!
By the tower! Where are you going? Mega Ray!
You're mine! Slash!
Gemini Aqua!
Swallow Blade! You're mine! Eat this!
First aid!
Great!
I wonder if something happened. You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
Is this what you asked for?
Perfect. That'll do nicely. I had a feeling you'd come through for us. With this, the little one should be right as rain in no time.
I can't believe it. Not often we get visitors from Cyslodia around here.
Cyslodia?
Calaglia's neighbor. One of the 5 realms. What with that wall in the way, I guess it's not surprising. But I've never actually met someone from the outside world before.
Up till now, the only time the gates ever opened was to let Renan convoy units in and out.
No one ever thought to stow away and hitch a ride out?
This place might be a living hell, but when next door is a living hell too, you start thinking it doesn't matter much one way or the other.
So you're Rinwell, and you're with the Cyslodian resistance known as the Silver Swords. Your organization sent a group of you to establish contact, but you're the only one who made it through. That sound about right?
Lately, our people's oppression has become more and more severe. When we heard rumors that you had staged a successful rebellion in Calaglia, we hoped that maybe you could help us.
News sure gets around quickly, huh?
If you ask me, it's awfully convenient she just happened to show up now. Certainly raises a lot of red flags.
Please, I swear it's true! My people are dying! I risked my life trying to get here so I could find help.
It's okay. You did well. We'll take it from here.
Hold on, Zephyr. You're not really thinking...
We'll join her. Alphen, start getting ready. I let you use the blazing sword, and we worked together to overthrow the Lords. That was the deal, remember?
Wait, is that a Renan? What is this?
Take it easy. It's complicated, but she's on our side. She helped to find some medicine for you.
She did? But no, she's a... I can't believe it.
The Renans from other realms could attack at any time.
That's for you all to worry about. I've got bigger fish to fry.
That sword of Alphen's is our best weapon. We can't just go lending him to other lands.
Even if you keep him here, the blade's as good as useless without me on board.
And what makes you think I can't persuade you, Bright Eyes?
What makes you think you can? Last I checked, you couldn't even touch me.
Enough! Alphen, what do you want to do?
I know all too well the hardships the slaves of this realm had to endure. That's why I took up the sword. To help them. If Dahnans are being oppressed in other realms, then I have to help them too.
Nath has a point. We can't discount the possibility of further attacks, but now our struggle has grown. It's become much larger than just liberating the people of Calaglia.
We can't be in 2 places at once, Zephyr.
True, which means we're limited in our options. We play this the same way we did with Balseph.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You and me both, but it's too late for regrets.
Geez, really? You don't say.
So, you're really going, huh? Just the 4 of you?
Afraid so. look after the place while we're away.
Always the smooth talker. We'll do what we can to hold down the fort.
We've got the Renans to keep us busy.
Good luck. Just remember,
Yeah, don't go killing anyone without good reason, I get it. I'm not about to repeat what they did.
let's move, people.
Do you think we'll really be able to wipe the Renans off the face of Dana?
Who said anything about doing that?
But we have to in order to survive. Don't we?
Now that you have the Blazing Sword, and have shown that we really can win this fight, do you really think we should go around killing every last Renan?
But what else are we supposed to do?
Say we go around killing Renans, so they don't kill us first. In turn, that'll just make more and more of them want to kill us. Where does it end, once you enter such a vicious cycle?
Is that why you told Grenar not to kill any Renans without a good reason?
I'm not saying we should forgive and forget what they've done to us. But we can't let ourselves be dragged down by our own hatred either. Hatred comes in many forms. There's no one solution that will work in every situation. We have to keep searching for new ones if we're going to survive. It's a lifelong journey, finding the answers. That goes for you too. You have to come up with your own answers.
Hey, Zephyr. Why do you keep fighting?
What do you mean?
Until I met you and the Crimson Crows, all the Danans I ever knew just accepted their lot in life as slaves. Hell, even I was like that. But all of you in the Resistance are different. Even when you have no hope of winning, you keep on fighting. Why is that?
Come on, that's an easy one. I just refuse to live life as a slave, that's all.
Better to die fighting for freedom than to live as a slave, huh?
Let me ask you a question, Alphen. What does it mean to you to not be a slave any longer?
I guess it means living a life not being ruled by the Renans, right?
But what about the Danans who died standing up to the Renans? Are they still slaves? Would they be truly free if all they did was follow my orders and die without knowing what it was they were doing?
But that's...
Being a slave isn't just a position. It's also a state of mind. Don't become my slave, Alphen.
I'll take you all on!
Here I go! I'm only getting started!
You're surrounded! Just stay calm! Swirlblade! Try this!
Guess we gotta roll with it.
No escape!
Got you!
Another notch in the old belt.
Keep them coming.
You like that taste of freedom, kid?
I think I could get used to it. What's that over there? Some kind of castle?
Yeah, one that belongs to a different lord than Balseph.
Right, that makes sense. You said there were 5 of them in all, right?
Right. We've still got a lot of work ahead of us.
Rinwell, right? It's nice to meet you. Does that little white animal follow you everywhere?
He's not a little white animal. His name's Hootle, and he's a baby owl.
Normally, I don't pick on the weak.
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike!
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the
Flyers!
prize.
These
I'm
are
quite
all you,
aware without
Shion!
you reminding
One
me.
final push!
Right!
Give them all we got!
I'm sure I can put this to use.
What's got you so worked up, Hootle? Is that?
Watch out! They know we're here!
Flying Zoogles, huh? This is going to get interesting.
They're nothing I haven't seen before.
Shion!
I'll shoot them down, you finish them off. Got it? Knock a flying enemy out of the sky, and it's as good as done.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
This one's mine!
Infernal Torrent!
What was it those Zoogles were attacking just now? Is that?
What?
It's nothing.
I only helped because it was convenient. We couldn't have moved forward without clearing out those Zoogles. I don't know what's got you ticked off at me this time, but I suggest you keep your hands away from me.
No one asked you to help.
Rinwell, she healed its wounds. She's not trying to hurt it.
How can you be so...
They look like they're talking to each other.
He's probably happy to see another owl. I don't think Hootle's ever met one before. He might have been wondering if he was the only one. Oh! You just barely got to say hi.
At least we know it's out there. I'm sure we'll run into it again somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. Right, Hootle?
Pathetic!
I hate camping out.
That's an unusual bird.
It's an owl. They're often used as a symbol to represent ancient Dana.
I'm always impressed how good of a shot you are, Shion.
What do you mean?
Just that all I'm good for is throwing myself at things with all my might. By comparison, your way is more... how do I put it? Precise.
It's not like I'm that good of a... Look, that's just how it is with guns. If you miss, it's a wasted bullet you can't get back.
Is that why you're always aiming to exploit enemies' weak spots?
I wouldn't say every shot is that deliberate, but that is part of it. For example, if I see a flying enemy, I'll often go for their wings. Also, if I see a jumping enemy without wings, I know they're an easy target because they can't get out of the way while in the air. In your case, I bet it's easier for you to deal with enemies that stay on the ground, right?
Definitely. Things that can fly circles around me are a real pain to deal with.
Exactly. It's important to keep your enemy's movements in check.
True. Although your shots have the added benefit of stunning enemies, so it's easier to swipe materials from them. It's really helped out.
It's nothing, really. As long as you keep doing your part when we fight, I'd say we're even.
What are you staring for?
Do all Dahnan fighters look like you?
What, this getup? I pulled this number together from scrap and parts I salvaged throughout the years. Though now I'm feeling self-conscious, seeing how put together you seem to be.
Oh no, I was just curious. Did you fortify your right side more because that's your dominant side?
Partly, but mostly because my body's a little worse for wear after all these years fighting.
That makes sense.
So you take extra care to protect your dominant side with more armor. Smart.
Is fighting all you think about?
I'll see you again tomorrow. I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving. I need something to eat.
I take it we're heading through here then?
Everything all right, Zephyr?
Yeah, it's nothing.
What is that? A ring?
It was my wife's.
Your wife? You never mentioned anything about being married.
That's surprising?
You said was. So then, is she gone? Was it the Renans?
No, she was sick. I couldn't get her the medicine she needed, and then she was gone. I'd always wanted to show her the world as it could be.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. There are plenty of people out there more deserving of your sympathy than me.
But...
Let's go.
Don't get careless!
Don't tell me! Flush! Swallow blade! Try this! Infernal turret!
By the power
Stay away from its toxins!
Do it!
How's this? See ya!
Talon sword! Flush! Swallow blade!
I'm out of ammo! Watch them!
Flush!
I'll run you through! See ya! Talon sword! Tusk!
Here I go! Do it!
I'll run you through!
This ends now!
Consider your
yourself finished! You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
It's freezing in here. And after how hot it was outside, too.
It must be the cold air sweeping in from Cyslodia. It's the polar opposite of Calaglia, so I'd get used to it if I were you.
Is the little guy okay?
Oh, don't worry about Hootle. He's from Cyslodia. Probably just nerves is all. He's not really used to being around other people this much.
Rinwell, how about filling them in on what to expect from Cyslodia?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Well, for starters, nobody trusts nobody.
Come again?
Just like I said. You never know when Snake Eyes are watching you.
That's what they call their lord's henchmen, apparently.
Their official title is the Bureau of Civil Observation. They've got cronies undercover everywhere, observing us at all times.
So? Renin surveillance was an everyday part of life in Calaglia.
Difference is, in Cyslodia, it's not just Renins. They've got Danans spying on each other, too. Or in other words, there's the Snake Eyes themselves, plus all their small-time informants. All it takes is someone squealing on you, and it's straight to labor camp. No questions asked, no goodbyes. Course, informers are rewarded handsomely for their deceit. Everyone's always got one eye open, waiting for the moment to inform on someone before being tattled on first.
Hence the not trusting one another, huh? In that case, what do you think they'll make of us?
Hard to say. Although, not being from Cyslodia will probably help, honestly.
More trustful of outsiders than even your own people. Why go along with it, though? Why doesn't anyone take a stand?
Not everyone is strong enough to stand, Alphen. That's why the world needs people like us.
Don't get careless.
Don't tell me!
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
You're finished! See ya!
Hear me!
Tell it! Damn it!
What's wrong?
This isn't nothing! Focus on the fight! Don't go charging off like that!
Now you let loose.
By the power of one!
Cannon!
Gemini Ultra!
Burn in hell!
I never miss!
Take this! I'll run you through!
Here, let me help. First aid!
Okay, here I
Do
go.
it!
Here
I come! Reload! I'm out of ammo!
You're mine! Cannon!
Back into the fray!
Here I come! I'll run you
By the
through! Everything's coming up, Zephyr!
What is this place, anyway? What's with these columns and steps?
No idea. I've never been here before either. Rena's convoy squads probably used it in the past.
I guess. It's definitely seen better days. You wouldn't know anything, would you, Shion?
Nope. And I'm not interested in learning either.
Actually, these are Dahnan ruins. See? You can tell by the way the columns are decorated and stuff. They're all old Dahnan designs.
Are you saying these things were built more than 300 years ago, then?
Yeah. I have no idea what they were used for, though.
It's amazing to think our ancestors were capable of making such structures. Hopefully there'll come a time when us Dahnans will be able to walk through here freely again.
That's exactly what you're fighting for, isn't it? Let's keep moving.
Yeah. Right.
Normally I don't pick on the weak.
Swallow blade! Try this! I'll run you through! Infernal turret! See ya! Take Talon sword! Touch cannon! You're mine! Try this! Damn it!
What's wrong?
Nothing! Focus on the fight! Take Talon sword!
It's over!
Touch cannon!
Slash!
Try this! Infernal turret! Swallow blade! You're mine! Talon
You're
sword!
finished!
Touch cannon!
Here I come! You're finished!
I'll run you through! See ya! Here I come! Talon!
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
I'll take you all on!
Slash!
Swallow blade! Try this!
Infernal turret! Rising
Touch
Wyvern!
cannon!
Here I come! You're finished!
You're mine!
Go! Where are you going?
How's this?
It's over!
See ya! Talon sword! Here I cannon!
This one's all mine! Slash!
I'll run you through!
Burn in hell!
See ya! Talon
Here I come!
Time's over! Another notch in the old belt.
Keep them coming.
You like that taste of freedom, kid?
I think I could get used to it. This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Run you through!
Here I come! It's over!
Touch cannon!
Rising Wyvern!
See ya! Talon sword! Swallow cannon!
Try this! Infernal turret! Swallow blade!
See ya!
I'm not
Talon
done!
sword! Touch cannon!
Take this! Take this! You're finished!
I'll run you through!
Take this!
Well, take a look at that.
Bad feeling about this.
Swallow blade! Slash!
Run you through! Talon sword! Touch cannon!
Swallow blade!
Take aim and pull it out of the sky!
Infernal turret! Here I come!
I never miss.
You're not giving up now, are you?
No, refuse to let it end like this. All yours!
Hear me, flame of fury! Burning
Strike! Slash! Try this!
I'll run you through!
Infernal turret!
Go! I'm only getting started. By the power of water!
You're
picks a run you through! Let me know if you're struggling.
Not much further now. The exit will take us straight into Cyslodia.
You're brooding again. What's eating at you?
We defeated Balsif and liberated Calaglia from the Renans. Now, we're on our way to rescue our fellow Dahnans in Cyslodia. I'm committed to helping our people. You know that. But then, what happens after that? What's our endgame here?
Good question. The Dahnans vastly outnumber the Renans. Yet we rarely take up arms, because we know that when it comes to firepower, we don't stand a chance. Even if you succeeded in overthrowing the Lords and freeing Dahna, then what? Lenegis would still hover over us, the Renan motherland behind it. If they so desired, the Renans could potentially use their might to wipe us off the planet in a second, no matter how powerful that blazing sword of yours is.
So what you're saying is we don't stand a chance. So what the heck are we even doing?
There's no sense in discarding today's victory for tomorrow's loss. If fighting yields even a single day of freedom, it will all have been worth it in the end. Who knows? Maybe that's the day we make preparations for the battle that will free us for good. Speaking pragmatically, the fact the Renans don't exterminate us all in spite of their technical advantage has to mean one thing. They need us. It's up to us to put a dent in their armor before they cotton on to our plan. That way, we force them to the negotiating table.
You want to negotiate with the Renans?
It's galling, I know, but it's the only way to survive while securing our freedom at the same time.
That's... But even so, we can't just...
If you lot are done talking, there's a lord we came to overthrow.
What about you, Shionne? What do you plan on doing after we've given the Lords the boot?
All I know is, my reasons for fighting aren't the same as yours. I'm through answering these pointless questions.
So this is Cyslodia.
How far is it to the capital?
We've still got a ways to go. Also, the Zeugles here are different than those in Calaglia, so be careful.
Got it. Sounds like we should make sure we stick close together as we keep moving.
Agreed. Hey, Shionne!
It'll be hard for me to use my rifle in a pinch if we're all bunched together. I'll follow behind the rest of you.
Right. Makes sense.
What's up with her? She seems even more upfront than back in Calaglia.
In case you forgot, we're in enemy territory now. If you don't get serious and focus on the task at hand, you'll be inviting trouble.
Don't take it personally. I think that's just the way she is. Plus, you have to remember, with those thorns of hers, she's not used to anybody being all that friendly to her. The fact that you can't feel pain means you probably end up getting closer to her than she's used to.
You really think so?
We're talking one who came down to Dahna all by herself. But you don't see her homesick for Lenegis at all, do you?
No.
That alone speaks volumes about how difficult her whole situation must be.
Yeah.
It's your job as her partner to understand that, and give her the support she needs. You two are going to be stuck together for a while, so the sooner you make nice, the better.
Make nice?
Yep. Now come on.
I get that they're not exactly on the best of terms, but... Is everything going to be okay with these people?
Rinwell, don't go too far ahead. You never know where Zeugles might be lurking.
Oh, we'll be fine. We've been able to handle them up until now.
Still, better that you hang back a bit.
No way! I'm the one who asked you to come here in the first place, remember?
Yeah, but if we lose you, we won't know where to go. Besides, It's old guys like me who should be sticking their necks out first.
But
We need you in order to get in contact with the Resistance in Cyslodia. So stick close until we find them, okay?
okay, thanks.
Now you've got me wondering. How'd you make it to Calaglia in the first place? I find it hard to imagine you didn't run into Zugals along the way.
Are you good at hiding or something?
Yeah, that's it. I'm just really good at staying out of sight.
Wow. Still, you had to have been pretty lucky to have made it the whole way unscathed.
Lucky indeed. It's crazy to feel just how much the temperature has changed from crossing over a single peak.
Is it really that big of a difference?
Definitely. Calaglia was hot.
I can only tell from appearance, so... Achoo!
You might not be able to feel it, but it sure looks like your body responds to it just the same.
Seems like it. So if I sneeze, I guess that it's a sign that it's getting chilly.
They say that sneezing is often the first sign you're coming down with the cold, too. That's all the more reason you need to be careful with...
Ha-choo!
Was that also a sneeze?
I just bit my tongue, that's all.
No. It sounded a lot different from mine. But I could swear it was still...
It wasn't a sneeze, okay? Ha-choo!
Guess we both need to be careful out here in the cold.
Is it hard leaving Calaglia behind?
No. Actually, it's kind of a relief to be away from there.
Really? What makes you say that?
Because it was getting to the point where every man, woman, and child would come up and talk to me like they knew me. I could barely find a moment to breathe, let alone relax.
Well, what you did was kind of a big deal, you know. You overthrew a Renan lord and burst open the gates of fire.
Yeah, but that was only because I had the blazing sword with me. We wouldn't have made it to Balseph without you and the Crimson Crows, Zephyr.
Maybe so. But you're still the one who took him out in the end. It's only natural for people to look up to those who protect them. You're a hero to those people.
I never asked to be one. I never asked to take the place of a lord in people's minds. I don't want it.
You're a strange one, Alphen. That's for sure. If that's how you really feel, then hold on to that. Listen to those thoughts when you feel lost and don't know what to do. If you can do that, you won't lose sight of who you are, or what the right path to take is.
The right path to take, huh?
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna end the day. I thought I was